This is the L2C Media Network, and live from the Fred McLeod Sports Desk at the Tom O'Neill Memorial Studios in Jackson. Is the this is Steve Sporty Balls. Almost forgot what the show's called. I know you've worked hard. This is Steve Sporty Balls, presented by the L2C Media Network. And now, with the details, the headlines, the scores, the stories, the burgers, the fries of the day in sports, here he is, our very own Steve, the Baxman Baxley. Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the broadcast. I am, of course, Steve, the Baxman Baxley, and we finally have a reason for lights. Past few shows, we have had lovely little mood lighting, but tonight we're going with this. I mean, I kind of like it. Anyway, welcome everybody to the broadcast. We got your sports, we got everything. Sorry we're a bit late tonight because, well, we had a little technical difficulty getting our camera on, but as you can see, we're on. And it's great to be on. That's right. So, why don't we stop talking? We'll do the monologue later. By the way, hi Audrey, how you doing? Once again, for those of you that didn't see our show last night, and anyway, Audrey Dahlgren, the sports director for WLNS TV6, it's right, our official, unofficial station. That's right. You can put it right there. Why? Because they're here for you. You're still a little naked without the CBS logo next to you, so do me a favor. Thank you. You know, someday when we get Streamlabs here, we will be doing this show with actual graphics. Anyway, she and Tom Izzo were our first winners of the Sporty Ballers of the night tonight. Oh, we got a good one for you tonight, and I know who we might have as the big wiener, as they say in the business. Oops, hello, just a moment. We are screwing up, aren't we, kids? Yes, we are. Come on. There we go. There. Thank you. We have nothing but non-contempt. But right now, we have a nominee for tonight's Sporty Baller of the night. And that is happening right now, Stanley Cup playoffs. It is Edmonton taking on Calgary. Started third period. They are tied at 4 in the big old fun place we like to call geez. Oh yeah. I forgot what I was going to say, but I just figured out what I was going to say, folks. We do have a nominee for tonight's Sporty Baller or Sporty Ballers of the night, and it is the Battle of Alberta. It is the Stanley Cup playoffs, and right now, Calgary and Edmonton are tied at 4. Calgary leads the series 3-0. And Calgary, if they win tonight, they will go and advance to the Stanley Cup Finals. So right now they have got the third period underway. It is 4-4. And I do believe it is Calgary that leads the series. Now it's 3-1. My apologies. You wanna check that out before we do anything here? Yeah, we do. Okay, let's check it out then. Okay, let's go to the NHL scoreboard, and we have a final score just in, boys and girls. It is the Carolina Hurricanes. They have just beat the New York Rangers by a score of 3-1. They have a 3-2 lead in their series. And third period just got underway between Edmonton and Calgary. They're tied at 4, and Edmonton leads the series 3-1. Calgary needs this game to survive. If Edmonton wins, they will advance to the finals, I do believe. Is that true? No. No, I think they got to go through one more hoop, as they say. I do believe. Yeah, I think so. So let me get the troubadour here started up. Okay. We got the Western Conference semifinals. St. Louis, Calgary. Game 6 will be Friday on TNT at 8 p.m. That'll be followed by maybe the AEW Rampage live. So the winner of the Blues and Avalanche will take on the winner of the Edmonton Calgary Cha-Cha. Where are we here? Yeah. Okay, that's Western Conference. Right. Let's go now to the Eastern Conference. In the Eastern Conference, you've got Tampa Bay waiting for the winner of the Rangers in Carolina. And then it'll be the conference finals. It'll be Tampa Bay going up against the Rangers or the Hurricanes. And in the Western Conference, it will be the Blues or Avalanche going up against the Oilers or Flames. So we've only got one ticket to the finals already done. Aren't you glad we're here? Yes, I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we're somewhere. So I'm glad to have you join us. So now let's get this going. And by going, I mean we got.
You can help reorder everyday items, track your deliveries, add to your shopping list, or answer product questions. To get started, just tell me what you need, like order AA bag.
Call it, Alexa. I'm doing a show. I'm doing a broadcast. Here we go. Time now to do more scores. And we go now to Major League Baseball and Minor League Baseball, folks. And of course, all of our scores are you by Caesars Sportsbook and Casino. And remember, we are all Caesars, but even Caesars know their limits. And if you know your limits, but you definitely need help, then dial up the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700. That's 1-800-522-4700. Our chat room is open. So if you're watching us, please enter the chat room. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell because more people you view the stream, the more chances we'll get over 200. And I've already been to a 500 subs celebration. I want us to at least get to 150 or possibly 200 before the year is over. Speak of the devil, Matt Edenetti, my equal host of Last Call Cafe on Spreaker. How you doing, Matt? What's happening? What's shaking, pal? All right. How you doing, Matt? And let's see, we got 4 games still going on in progress. Let's give you all the games that are going on right now, as a matter of fact. Top of the 8th inning. The Red Sox are slam dancing the Chicago White Sox 14-6. Top of the 7th inning. No, it's about, yeah. No, that's okay. Let's see. Okay, I got you. I got it. Bottom of the 8th inning, 14-6. Red Sox over the White Sox. Top of the 7th inning, Blue Jays over the Angels 5-2. Bottom of the 6th inning, Dodgers over the Diamondbacks 10-0. Bottom of the 8th inning, it is the Rangers and the Athletics tied at 1. Matt Ednetti says, I'm doing well. Did you see that bit of entertainment news I posted on the L2C Skype chat? Let me and no, not Alexa. Not Alexa. That I did not call you yet, but thank you. Okay. Let me just there we go. Boop. All righty. Here we go. There we go. Have to check everything. Ooh. Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about this. I mean, talk about your ballsy move. But big news in the entertainment world. A new slasher film called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. How's this for weird news? Just came in today since Winnie the Pooh, at least the original version, is now in the public domain. Oh, baby. There is going to be some madness there. Winnie the Pooh. Boy, oh boy, the original. The original version is now literally in the public domain. That means it's in our hands, kids. You can do whatever you want with it. Yay! All right. It is indeed the talk of the internet. We're going to talk about it as well here on our show of shows in our last few moments with you tonight. But oh man, Winnie the Pooh gone feral. That is demented, I'll tell you. Okay. Let's get back to more baseball here. The Cincinnati Reds demolished the Chicago Cubs. You will love this score, 20-5. The Reds 20-1. The Cubs 5-8-0. Green, the winner for the Reds. He's 2-6. Steele got the loss for the Cubbies. He's 1-5. That was a big win. Yankees over the Rays of Tampa, 7-2, 7-6-1 for the Yanks, 2-6-2 for the Rays. Cortez gets the win for the Yanks. He's 4-1. Yarborough gets the loss. He's 0-1. Nationals over the Rockies, 7-3, 7-9-2 for the Nats. 3-8-1 for the Rockies. Corbin gets the win for the Nationals. He's 1-7. Marquez gets the loss for the Rockies. He's 1-5. Tigers, I'm not saying they're I'm not saying the Tigers are getting back into business, but they beat the Guardians 4-3, 4-9-1 for the Tigers, 3-8-0 for the Guardians. Soto gets the win for the Tigers. He's 2-2. Stefan gets the loss for the Guardians. He's 2-2 too. Philadelphia Phillies over the Atlanta Braves 4-1, 4-6-0 for the Phils, 1-5-0 for the Bravos. Nola gets the win for the Phils. He's 2-4. Wright gets the loss for the Braves. He's 4-3. Royals beat the Twins 3-2. 3-6-1 for the Royals. 2-12-0 for the Twins. The big winner. Yes, sir. The big winner. Thank you. Stallmount for the Royals gets the big win. He's 2-1. Duffy gets the loss for the Twins. He's 2-3, and Barlow gets his 5th save. Milwaukee Brewers over the St. Louis Cardinals 4-3, 4-12-0 for the Brews, 3-7-1 for the Cards. Lauer gets the win for the Brews. He's 5-1. Wainwright gets the loss for the Cards. He's 5-4, and Hader gets his first save. And there you go. That's the major. Now, let's hit the minor scoreboard. And Matt Ednetti says Tigger will be ours next year. Ooh, that'll be good. We do a cheap internet movie about Tigger. That'll be something to do. We'll have to cast it. You want to do Tigger as a horror film or a comedy? Or a comedy horror film? Anyway, think about that. Here we go with the scoreboard for the minor leagues. We start first, as always, with AAA. End of 7, it is Salt Lake 7, Sacramento 1. Bottom of the 5th, Vegas leads Tacoma 5-2. Final score, Gwinnett over Norfolk 4-1. 4-6-2 for Gwinnett. 1-2-0 for Norfolk. And in the first game of the Twilight Double Dip, Gwinnett beat Norfolk 3-2, 3-6-0 for Gwinnett, 2-4-0 for Norfolk. All right. Reno over Oklahoma City in a double dip. The second game, Reno over Oklahoma City, 9-0, 9-12-0 for Reno, 0-3-0 for Oklahoma City. Final in 8 innings. First game, Reno over Oklahoma City, 4-2, 4-3-0 for Reno, 2-4-2 for Oklahoma City. Toledo over Nashville, 9-4, 9-8-1 for Toledo, 4-12-1 for Nashville. Rochester over Syracuse, 9-7, 9-13, 9-15-1 for Rochester, 7-14-0 for Syracuse. Final in 10 innings, it was Scranton Wilkes-Barre over Jacksonville, 6-5, 6-8-0 for Scranton Wilkes-Barre, 5-9-1 for Jacksonville. Durham over Charlotte by a score of 7-3, 7-10-2 for Durham, 3-5-3 for Charlotte. Iowa over Memphis, 8-5, 8-12-1 for Iowa, 5-7-0 for Memphis, Tennessee. Lehigh Valley over Worcester, 2-1, 2-7-0 for Lehigh Valley, 1-8-0 for Worcester. Final in 10 innings, Memphis over Iowa, 7-5, 7-8-1 for Memphis, 5-11-0 for Iowa. St. Paul over Indianapolis, 8-1, 8-10-2 for St. Paul, 1-8-0 for Indianapolis. Albuquerque over Round Rock, 5-3, 5-9-1 for Albuquerque, 3-6-2 for Round Rock. Sugar Land over El Paso, 7-0, 7-10-0 for Sugar Land, 0-5-1 for El Paso. Buffalo and Columbus, Omaha and Louisville postponed due to rotten rain weather that will be made up both on the 27th. Okay, let's go now to AA. Beep, beep. Everything is final there. Portland over Somerset, 3-1, 3-11-1 for Portland, 1-1-1 for Somerset. Arkansas over Amarillo, 6-0, 6-11-0 for Arkansas, and 3 zeros. Obviously, this is the second game of the double dip, and in dip number 1, it was Arkansas over Amarillo, 2-0, 2-7-0 for Arkansas, 0-2-0 for Amarillo. Altoona over Harrisburg by a score of 5-2, 5-10-0 for Altoona, 2-4-1 for Harrisburg. Hartford over Richmond, 7-4, 7-8-0 for Hartford, 4-4-0 for Richmond. Erie over Bowie, 17-1. 17-22-1 for Erie, 1-5-1 for Bowie. Akron over New Hampshire, 4-2, 4-7-0 for Akron, 2-4-0 for New Hampshire. Binghamton over Reading, 6-4, 6-9-2 for Binghamton, 4-7-1 for Reading. Chattanooga over Birmingham, 7-5, 7-11-2 for Chattanooga, 5-11-1 for Birmingham. In 10 innings, San Antonio defeated Frisco, 7-3, 7-11-2 for San Antonio, 3-6-2 for Frisco. Corpus Christi over Wichita, 9-5, 9-11-1 for Corpus Christi, 5-4-0 for Wichita. Tennessee over Rocket City, 10-1, 10-10-0 for Tennessee, 1-6-1 for Rocket City. Mississippi over Pensacola, 13-9, 13-12-0 for Mississippi, 9-12-4 for Pensacola. In 10 innings, Biloxi over Montgomery, 4-3, 4-7-1 for Biloxi, 3-7-1 for Montgomery. Midland over Northwest Arkansas in 10 innings, 2-1, 2-3-2 for Midland, 1-7-0 for Northwest Arkansas. And Tulsa beat Springfield, 8-6, 8-12-1 for Tulsa, 6-7-1 for Springfield. And we go from now AA to High A. And here we go. Top of the 7th, Hillsborough over Vancouver, 4-3. Also in the 7th inning, let's get rid of the commercial. Tri-City and Eugene are tied at 1. Final scores. Before we do a final score here, let's get a little update now on what we like to call the big game. At least nominee for Sports Baller or Ballers of the night. And while they're in a little commercial break, we'll tell you that Hickory defeated Winston-Salem 12-5, 12-12-2 for Hickory, 5-6-2 for Winston-Salem. Dayton over West Michigan 5-0, 5-7-0 for Dayton, 0-2-1 for West Michigan. Quad Cities over Fort Wayne 6-2, 6-9-0 for the Quad, 2-6-2 for Fort Wayne. West Michigan over Dayton 9-6. That was game number 2. If I'm correct in assumption, yes, it is. No, that was game 2. The 5-0 was game 2. Dayton, West Michigan. Game 1, West Michigan beat Dayton by a score of 9-6, 9-10-1 for West Michigan, 6-8-0 for Dayton. And let's take a little look-see, give you an update on the Stanley Cup playoffs between Edmonton and Calgary, and right now 8:44 left to play in regulation. We are still tied at 4. So when anything happens, we'll bring it to you. There you go. 9-10-1 for West Michigan, 6-8-0 for Dayton. We continue on. Greenville over Jersey Shore, 7-3, 7-9-1 for Greenville, 3-6-3 for Jersey Shore. South Bend over Great Lakes, 5-0, 5-8-0 for South Bend, 0-4-0 for Great Lakes. Fort Wayne over the Quad Cities, 6-2, 6-6-0 for Fort Wayne, 2-6-2 for Quad Cities. Hudson Valley over Rome, 8-5, 8-14-0 for Hudson Valley, 5-8-2 for Rome. Aberdeen over Wilmington by a score of 5-2, 5-7-0 for Aberdeen, 2-8-1 for Wilmington. Lake County over Peoria, 3-2, 3-4-0 Lake County, 2-8-0 for Peoria. Cedar Rapids over Wisconsin, 9-0, 9-10-1 for Cedar Rapids, 0-2-3 for Wisconsin. Bowling Green over Brooklyn, 5-1, 5-5-0 for Bowling Green, 1-8-1 for Brooklyn. Everett over Spokane, 4-0, 4-7-0 for Everett, 0-7-0 for Spokane. Greensboro and Asheville, Lansing and Beloit were all postponed due to rain. Both will be made up on the 27th. Obviously, a double dip. Okay, let's go now to the single A section. And top of the 9th inning, Visalia over Rancho Cucamonga, 3-2. 1 on with 1 out right now in the top of the 9th inning. Bottom of the 9th inning, Stockton over Fresno, 6-3. Top of the 8th inning, it is Modesto over San Jose, 8-1. Bottom of the 7th inning, Lake Elsinore over the Inland Empire, 6-1. Final scores, Jupiter over Clearwater, 9-5. What a way to make a living. 9-12-0 for Jupiter, 5-7-2 for Clearwater. Lynchburg over Columbia, 6-0, 6-5-0 for Lynchburg, 0-2-0 for Columbia. Lakeland over Tampa, 8-4, 8-9-2 for Lakeland, 4-8 and where are we? 4-8-2 for Tampa. St. Lucie over Dunedin. Over Dunedin. And, well, there goes that. Okay. Where's our little friend here? Okay. Ba-boom. Okay. Give me a moment, please. I spilled some things. There we go. Okay. Once again, Lakeland 8-9-2. Tampa 4-8-2. St. Lucie over Dunedin 7-4, 7-7-1 for St. Lucie. 4-4-1 for Dunedin. Fort Myers over Bradenton 9-2, 9-7-1 for Fort Myers. 2-6-2 for Bradenton. In the final in 10 innings, Fayetteville over Down East 5-3, 5-9-1 Fayetteville, 3-7-2 Down East. Carolina over Kannapolis in 11 innings, 3-2, 3-7-0 Carolina, 2-6-0 for Kannapolis. Fredericksburg over Salem, 12-1, 12-16-3 for Fredericksburg, 1-5-4 for Salem. Charleston over Delmarva, 7-3, 7-10-2 for Charleston, 3-5-3 for Delmarva. Palm Beach over Dayton, 7-5, 7-13-0 for Palm Beach, 5-12-0 for Daytona. No, excuse me, for Daytona. This game was suspended in the 5th due to rain. Bottom of the 5th inning, Myrtle Beach leads Augusta 6-2, and that is the big old scoreboard of Major League Baseball and Minor League Baseball. Right now, we're going over here to where we got right now. Let's give you a little upcheck update. And right now, foot fault. Okay, Calgary. They're right now, just hang on before we even speak. So right now, we'll just say that right now, Calgary and Edmonton are tied at 4, but they are right now taking a close look at replay of what could possibly be the tie-breaking goal for Calgary. They're taking a look at it. So just give us a putrid here, but I don't think that goal is going to be allowed because it did hit the skate as it went in. So that will not be a goal, and I don't think that's going to be a goal, guys. I do not think so. So we're going to wait for the ruling before we say a word. There's looks like 5:57 remaining in the in this game. Edmonton needs one to eliminate Calgary. Calgary is looking to survive. They have sent it to the Situation Room in Toronto. Live camera shot from said Situation Room in Toronto. And right now, it did hit the skate. It is. I would say they are not going to give it to him because that did hit the Calgary player's skate before going in. So right now, they are still talking, and everybody, including us, are still waiting. So here we go. The waiting is the hardest part. And I think we've got our verdict, and let's see. And right now, No goal. We are still tied. 5:57 left to play. Calgary needs this to take it to a game 6. Edmonton needs this to go to the conference finals. All right, so right now we are still tied. And there you go, right there. The left skate helped put it in, and that is a no. So Edmonton and Calgary are still tied at 4. And we go back to doing this game, which, by the way, is certainly one game that's pretty darn good. By the way, just to let you know, Nick Ricada and Lost Bleeding the Interwebs, once again, will be doing tonight a live stream, obviously wrapping up things for Depp versus Amber Heard. And today was more summing up, wiping up loose ends. But I think the Depp team has won this because Amber Heard has totally just. I'm just gonna state it. Amber Heard exposed herself, and she's blaming it on not only the media but on some other folks as well, including her team is blaming it on social media, including the superstars like that umbrella guy. I think we should make that umbrella guy and all the rest of the live streamers like Nick Ricada are sporty ballers of the night. But of course, we still got Edmonton and Calgary. They're also nominees. What are we? We're gonna do both. Okay, we did it last night. We're gonna do both again tonight. So there. Let's go now from baseball to the NBA. And this is going to be interesting because this is the so here we are, and the Mavericks were eliminated. That's right. The Warriors beat the Golden State Warriors beat the Mavericks 120 to 110 to win the series 4-1, which means etc. Glory be, glory da, glory be, glory da 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 da. So here is the situation. The Golden State Warriors await the winner of the Miami Heat, Boston Celtics game for the NBA Finals. And right now, let's see. Right now, if we can get to the right side here to give you the exacta, as they say in business here. Let us. Okay. Golden State Warriors await the winner of Miami versus Boston. Game 6 is tomorrow night at 8:30 on ESPN. Boston leads the series 3-2. If they win, they'll go up against Golden State Warriors for the NBA Finals. So get ready, kids, because this is going to be one hell of an event. One hell of a series. Yes, indeed. Yes, it will. So there you go. I mean, what a game. What a game. So Golden State, you're back into the finals. You now wait the winner of the Miami-Boston game. And if it's Boston, this will go all 7. If it's Miami, I think this is going to go 6. So there we go. We have spoken la prediction. All right. We are pumping it up, we're pumping it out, and we're making this perfect. Let's go now to what we like to call the board, otherwise known as our headlines. And yes, friends, Steph Curry has won the first ever Magic Johnson Western Conference Final MVP award. Curry helped lead the Golden State Warriors to a 4-1 series victory over the Dallas Mavericks by averaging 23.4 points and 7.4 assists per game with the series, or for the series. Warriors closed them out on their home floor Thursday with a 120-110 win. The victory sent Golden State back to the finals for the first time since 2019, capping a 3-year-long rebuild in which the Warriors reloaded following the departure of Kevin Durant to free agency. Their first season without him was marred with injuries as the Warriors finished with the worst record in the NBA. Last season was better, but Golden State couldn't even escape the play-in round. But now, with a healthy roster and a lesson of 2 lottery seasons learned, the Warriors are headed back to the NBA Finals behind Steph Curry. And there's something especially special about this award going to Curry, considering his history in the finals. He is a 3-time NBA champion, but has infamously failed to win the Finals MVP award. He lost out to Andre Iguodala in 2015 and then Kevin Durant in 2017 and 18. And when the titles were flowing, it seemed inevitable that Curry would eventually get the chance to be recognized individually for his greatness. Once the Warriors fell out of the playoffs without Curry, that inevitability turned into the possibility that he might never win an individual postseason trophy. But now, at last, he has it. But there are still 2 major trophies left to be awarded. Curry is focused on the one he's already won 3 times. The Warriors will face either the Celtics or the Heat in the finals. And with home court advantage, Golden State figures to be an early favorite. If the Warriors do manage to win championship number 4, Curry will be in the running for the elusive Finals MVP award as well. Whether he wins it or not, any lingering doubts about his ability to lead the Warriors back to the finals without Durant have now been erased. The guard that has dominated the past decade of Western Conference history has now fittingly won its first conference finals MVP award. So there you go. Successe, successe. Okay, we're watching a bit from TNT. Shaq and the TNT crew are meeting the crowd, and I think that is a good way to say goodbye to the season for TNT. We'll see them in September. Well, what more can we say but adios to Ernie Johnson and the crew. They had a great season, and now, friends, party on, and we're going to say sayonara with, of course, take a look at the hockey game as we do some big old sports news for you. Boop. And wow. Eric Bieniemy has served as the offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs for 4 seasons now and will return for his 5th after signing a reported 1-year extension in February. As the offensive coordinator for one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL, many are perplexed as to why he hasn't found a head coaching job yet. Last offseason, Bieniemy interviewed for virtually every head coaching job but was passed over. Interviewed for the Broncos and New Orleans Saints jobs this offseason, but again, was left in the altar. Six-time Pro Bowl running back LaShawn McCoy spent one season working under Bieniemy and even won the Super Bowl in that year. However, he believes the hype surrounding the longtime assistant is unwarranted and recently sounded off on Bieniemy on the I Am Athlete podcast. Quote, there's a reason why every year they hype him up to get a job, and then when the time comes, nobody hires him because they know the type of coach he really is, McCoy stated. McCoy was then asked if Bieniemy was the reason he stopped playing in Kansas City. The former running back replied with an emphatic, yeah. McCoy alleges Bieniemy spoke to players a certain way that he seemingly deemed inappropriate, and is clearly not surprised in the slightest that Bieniemy hasn't found a head coaching gig just yet. The former running back didn't get too deep into specifics, but McCoy made it known that those in the NFL perhaps view the coach differently compared to everyone else. I got to admit, he does have that, well, I don't want to say the guy's name, but he does sort of reek of Urban Meyer when Jacksonville hired him, and well, he imploded, and he almost took the team with him. So he's back on Fox Sports now, where he should have stayed. Meanwhile, let's keep going, and oh boy, problems with poker play. A very nationally known poker player. Corey Zeidman, a professional poker player who won a bracelet at the 2012 World Series of Poker, was arrested and indicted on federal charges that include conspiracy to commit wire and mail fraud and conspiracy to commit money laundering on Wednesday, according to ESPN's David Purdom. The federal indictment was handed down by the United States District Court for the Eastern District of New York. The indictment alleges that Zeidman and multiple unnamed co-conspirators made more than $25 million over the past 16 years after a professional poker player spearheaded an organization that possessed privileged inside information on fixed games for sports betting. According to the ESPN report, Zeidman and the others involved in the scheme placed misleading radio ads in various U.S. markets, claiming to have a sophisticated white-collar approach to gathering sports information. That white-collar approach was reportedly fake. Upon reaching out to the group, callers would be told they had to pay to get information on what Zeidman and his co-conspirators claimed were fixed games that it received from physicians at colleges and television executives. According to ESPN, the inside information was all fake. And okay, apparently they're going into overtime. Hoy, this must be a good game. Okay. Let's keep going here whilst we continue. College football. Notre Dame landed a commitment from Price class of 2023 running back Jaden Lamar on Thursday when Lamar announced his commitment to the Fighting Irish on CBS Sports HQ. The four-star speedster chose Notre Dame over Michigan, Washington, Oregon, UCLA, and Washington State, as coach Marcus Freeman continued his impressive early recruiting work with the 2023 class. Boop. In the NBA, or actually in golf, playing conditions were troublesome for competitors in the first round of the 2022 Charles Schwab Challenge. While overnight rains did their best to soften the golf course, consistent winds and sunshine dried out Colonial Country Club as it averaged nearly one stroke over par on Thursday. Despite the difficulties, Master 2022 Masters champion Scotty Scheffler was not the only player to effectively navigate his way around the property. He's joined by seven others at the 4-under lead, and closely behind are fellow Texans Jordan Spieth, Brian Palmer, and Harry Higgs, as all three found their way to red figures by day's end. Spieth is a lone player mentioned who is on the course in the afternoon wave, and he will do his best to climb up the leaderboard Friday morning in round 2. All right. And, well, here you go. Yankees announced Thursday that they have signed free agent left-hander Matt Carpenter. They immediately added Carpenter to the active roster as there were openings due to injuries. 36-year-old Carpenter has 1,329 regular season games and 11 years of MLB experience, and those all came with the Cardinals. Carpenter's previous contract had an $18.5 million option for 2022 that the Cards bought out last November, making him a free agent. He signed a minor league deal with the Rangers and was granted his release last week after being unable to earn a promotion to the majors. Well, now he's got it. And once again, Oilers Flames. Edmonton leads the series 3-1. Flames need a win to stretch the season out more. Oilers need a win so they can go and meet the winner of the other Western Conference semi. This is going to be fun. But once again, 4-4. All right, let's keep going here. We go to BBC for folks. Our little salut to football. In the French League One playoffs, Saint-Étienne and Auxerre tied at 1. Austrian Bundesliga, Rapid Vienna over Tyrol 2-1. Norwegian soccer, Hagerson and Rosenborg tied at 3. Molde and Sharpsborg, Molde beat Sharpsborg 2-1. And in Dutch soccer, it was Vitesse over Alkmaar by a score of 2-1. And that does that. So now we're down to our final little segment, not a moment too soon. It's time to check the international scene with our international sports. That's right. So let's hit it. Now take another swig. Okay, in French League One relegation, I gotta remember, this is sensitive. Auxerre and Saint-Étienne tied at 1. All right, and we go to basketball now in Spain, the playoffs for Spanish basketball. Juventud Badalona over Tenerife, 100-68. In World Championship playoff hockey, the international hockey, folks. So here it goes. Czech Republic over Germany, 4-1. Canada over Sweden in overtime, 4-3. Finland over Slovakia, 4-2. USA over Switzerland, 3-0. In baseball, Japanese baseball, Nippon Professional Baseball, Chunichi Dragons over the Seibu Lions, 6-3. Rakuten Gold Eagles over Hanshin Tigers, 1-0. Chiba Marines over the Hiroshima Carp, 6-3. Nippon Ham Fighters over the Occult Swallows, 9-6. Yokohama Bay Stars over the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks, 5-1. Oric Buffaloes over the Murray Giants, 3-2. In Major League Baseball, updating right now, top of the updating in the 9th inning, Toronto over Los Angeles, 6-2. And in the 8th inning, it's Los Angeles over Arizona, 12-1. South Korea, the Korean baseball organization, Doosan Bears over the Hanwha Eagles, 24-3. Yep, 24-3. So the Hanwha Eagles settled for a field goal. Kaiwon Heroes over the LG Twins, 12-5. KT Wiz Swang did a normal game. They beat the NC Dinos 2-1. Kia Tigers over the Samsung Lions, 9-7. And finally, the SSG Landers and the beat the Lottie Giants by a score of 6-5. In cricket, in the Test series, Bangladesh trails Sri Lanka by 67 runs with 5 wickets remaining in the second inning, 365-506. And friends, I say it clear, that is all she wrote for tonight. Once again, Stanley Cup playoff hockey continues with Calgary and Edmonton. The Battle of Alberta going to overtime. Both are tied at 5. No, both are tied at 4. Excuse me. This is the 12th overtime game of the 2022 Stanley Cup playoffs. And wow, incredible. I tell you, it is incredible. Now, who will get the big award tonight? Last night, as you know, we inaugurated our newest segment, which is the Steve Sporty Baller of the Night. And we gave it to Audrey Dahlgren of WLNS TV6 and Tom Izzo of Michigan State University Spartans basketball team. And tonight, the pairing continues because we just couldn't figure out who the lone person would be to receive our Steve Sporty Baller of the Night. So we decided to give it to two. Yep. We're giving it to two folks. Actually, we're giving it to two teams. Actually, three. And those teams are the Golden State Warriors, the Edmonton Oilers, and the Calgary Flames. All three have proven to be truly sporty ballers. So to Calgary and Edmonton, and in basketball, of course, you got to give it to Golden State and Stephon Curry. What a job they have done. All three. They have proven to be the ultimate sporty ballers. So the sporty ballers of the night will be. So our Steve sporty ballers of the night are the Golden State Warriors, the Edmonton in basketball, Edmonton Oilers, and Calgary Flames in hockey. Congratulations, guys, and a good job. And that is going to wrap things up for us. Thank you very much for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow night, 11:35, for our Friday show. And, well, you never know who's going to be our sporty baller on Friday night. We'll let you know. And that's going to, like I said, that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. We thank you for tuning in. I'm Steve, the Baxman Baxley, and from everyone involved in this little thing we like to call Steve's Sporty Balls, good night. God bless. And as always, we remind you, keep your sporty balls strong, keep your sporty balls shiny, and by all means, keep your sporty balls clean. Good night, everybody. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. Back tomorrow night, 11:35, right here. Good night, everybody.